Dear viewers, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll understand 7th shloka of Isha Upanishad. So without any further delay, let's recite the shloka. Yasminsarvāṇi bhūtāni ātmaivābhudvijanatah tatra ko moha ka shoka ekatva manupashyatah. Translation in English. The being who realized every being becoming the self, then what delusion and what sorrow can there be for that seer of oneness? Let's interpret this shloka with the help of a short story from the epic Mahabharata. Dhritarashtra was the blind king of the Hastinapur. He was not only blind with his eyes, but he had a blind love for his eldest son Duryodhana. Because of that, he always used to prefer to be silent by not seeing any of his son's mistakes. He always used to give him the false expectations instead of giving the right feedback. Rather than building his character, he wanted to give him everything though other would be deprived. Because of this reason, Duryodhana continued to hate his own cousins, Pandavas, and his greed started getting gratified as the days went by. Now he wanted to deprive his cousins of any possession by not giving them even a piece of land and throwing them out of the palace. And not to mention, he even conspired to kill Pandavas. Who can forget the biggest mistake of his life was disrespecting Pandava's wife Draupadi, treating her as a slave, as a trophy for defeating Pandavas in gambling. Duryodhana was enjoying it when his next brother, unclothing Draupadi forcibly in front of everyone, including Dhritarashtra, in the court of the palace. Finally, this incident gave birth to the famous 18 days Kurukshetra war between Kauravas and Pandavas. Dhritarashtra lost all his 100 sons, including Duryodhana, in the war. The blind love ended with the never-ending grief. When everyone there in their old age undergoes the spiritual journey of Vanaprastha, Dhritarashtra was in great sorrow and could not leave the royal house for 12 years after the Great War. Before we discuss further, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. Had Dhritarashtra been aware of or implemented this shloka in his life, would he ever have been so blindly affectionate to his son? He would have always treated his sons and nephews Pandavas with the same love. He would have taught Duryodhana to respect and love all, to value others and not just be self-centric. He would have motivated Duryodhana to earn by self instead of dreaming of inheriting or grabbing forcefully from others. After teaching Duryodhana all the right values, still, if he would have chosen the wrong path of his life, then at least this would not have grieved Dhritarashtra much, because he would have known it that his son got the punishment for all his wrong deeds, which he could have controlled by not turning the blind eyes to his son's misdeed. Instead of wasting his time in grief, he could have spent the rest of his life in spirituality. This shloka is iterating the same thing which we have already learned in the previous shloka. So, I'd not like to waste time again explaining the same thing here. The links of the previous sessions have been given on the top right corner of the screen. In nutshell, see everything and every being in the self, and the self in every being. When you find yourself in everything, your delusion will be removed. An ignorant person is always prone to delusion. When there is only one thing everywhere, whom you will be jealous of, and for what? The same concept applies for sorrow. When you know there is only one and that is the self, then there is no other being with whom you will compare your sadness. In the Atman level, there is no place for sorrow except the eternal bliss. This sloka is the most demanding of today's era. Today, you just look around. You'll find everyone is in blind love with someone or something. Parents love their kids in such a way that they want them to be top everywhere without analyzing their capability. The powerful and rich want to build an empire of wealth so that the kids can live a comfortable life. To do that, they shamelessly ready to exploit others. Teenagers are in love with their smartphone in such an extent that they can go crazy if somehow that is broken or stolen. People are blindly in love with their cars. They can kill other person for making a scratch or dent on the car's body in any unwanted accident. Girls are going crazy to make themselves prettier. They can go too far with their body. Some goes in crazy depression because of different issues in relationships. Married partners are in delusion and feel they can't live life without each other. If one partner leaves or dies suddenly, another partner goes mad. He or she wants to spend the whole time in grief. They just can't digest any change in their life. All these issues are related to ignorance and identifying yourself as separate from the rest of the world. Not only the body, but people also think they are all different souls. People make stories like God has created partner for everyone. Movies show stories on soulmates. Failing to get a dream partner breaks dreams of millions. One always struggles with the questions like why me? And my soul? And my soulmate? Or my son? Or my love? Or my mother? Or my family? Etc. Why can't you see you are not a single soul caged in the body, but a single soul which is everywhere and everyone in that soul? You are not bound to anything. You are free. You are pervaded everywhere. Don't limit yourself. Your love is not limited. With this wisdom, you will never be in depression or in grief or in sorrow or in delusion. You will never be attached blindly to anyone. I wish you all revolutionize your thinking and become a free soul. The world is waiting for this change within you. Dear viewers, be with us in this journey of Universal Vedanta Movement. Do not forget to share this video with your friends and families. Like the video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Press the bell icon so that as and when any new session or video is released, you will get notified. If you have any question or want to share any thoughts, use the comment section for that. You may want to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and co. Links and QR codes are given on the screen. Thank you and have a great day. We'll see you soon in the next video.